These people are not there. They'll join or what? We'll wait for 2 minutes.
Ma'am, hello ma'am.
Yes, yes, Murli Krishna.
Ma'am, shall I present tomorrow?
Yeah, your dates are there, no? Yeah, you have tomorrow only. Your date is 23rd only, right? Today is 22. 22 people. I'll just share. I'll just share the screen. Yeah, 1 second. I think I sent all these to you people. You are able to see? Yes. So today's date is 22. So Devmalai, Diksha A, Deepika LG, Deepika MB. These people have to present today. And Murli Krishna, Gangubai, Gudia, Harshit, Junjar tomorrow. Able to see, right? You people
Yeah.
are able to see. You saw, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. These people have not joined only. What to do then? Spurti, can you ask them to join? These 5 people?
Yes, ma'am.
You know, I'm sharing the screen. You can just see this. USN 14, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17.
Ma'am, I will inform them.
Yeah. Yeah, Diksha.
Yes, ma'am.
You have to present, my dear. I sent you the circular, right?
Ha, ma'am.
Huh. Which program is yours? Diksha. Yeah, can you share and start?
Ma'am, 10 minutes, ma'am.
Why? How about others? We are wasting others' time also, right? See, when all people are joining, huh? After 12, our class started at 11:50. Still only 22 people. By the time I take attendance, everyone will be there. Huh?
Ma'am, I informed in the group.
Uh-huh.
I think so they may join now.
Yeah, fine.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am,
Rajeshwari,
it's
yes.
Rajeshri.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
Rajeshwari. Yes, Rajeshwari.
Ma'am, I'm actually you gave me second program.
Uh-huh.
Me,
Huh.
can I explain?
You want to explain now? Yeah, sure, sure. When is your date, Rajeshwari? I'll just check out.
30th.
Yeah. When is your date, Rajeshwari? Yeah, if anybody is wishing, you can start. People are not there, no? Why to waste time? Yeah, second program on 30th. Yes,
Ma'am,
Rajeshwari, you can go ahead. You can go ahead.
ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ನಿಮಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋ ಡೇಟಿಗೆ ನೀವು ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಕೊಡ್ಲಮ್ಮ? ಹಾ ನೋಡಿ, ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ? ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಥರ್ಡ್ ಡೇಟ್ 30th ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ಲ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವೀಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಬಟ್ ಈಗಲೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದಾರಲ್ವಾ? ಆಯ್ತಪ್ಪ, ನಿಮ್ ಇಷ್ಟ. Yeah, people who are ready to present, you can present. Rajeshwari. Yes, Rajeshwari.
screen is visible.
Yeah, visible. It is visible. One more thing I want to say, the people who want to present, you can present it before also. It is not required at the same date you have to present. I have given so that the time should not be wasted. But see, some people have not joined, only not ready to give. If others are ready, you can give. I don't mind. Okay. Okay, Rajeshwari, good. Rajeshwari,
ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಸಾರಿ ನಾನು ಮೈಕ್ ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ.
ಹೇಳಮ್ಮ. ಅದೇ ನಮ್ಗೇನು ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಹೇಳಮ್ಮ.
Okay, sorry. Ma'am, consider a cricket tournament team like ABC Cup organized by a
ಹ್ಮ್.
organization in the tournament. There are many teams are consulting, each having a team ID and team name like city. Each team is uniquely identify their team ID. Um, a team can have many players and captains. Each player is uniquely identify a player ID having a name and multiple phone numbers like ages. In that, a player is represented only one team. Uh, there are many stadiums to conduct the matches. Each stadium is identified using stadium ID having a stadium name, address. Uh, a team a team can play many matches. Each match played between the two teams in the scheduled date and time in the predefined stadium. Each match is identified uniquely by using match ID, and each match won by any one of team that also wants to record in the database. For each match, man of the match award given to a player. Um, and first, we have to create a player, create a table for player. In that player, we have to give player ID, player name, and ages and phone number. After after we have to create a table for team name, which team name and team ID, like that, and city, coach, captain. Mm, in that next, we have to create a table for matches, which match and like that type of. Um, Next, we have to create a stadium uh, table. Create a create stadium table. In that stadium ID, stadium name, and city area in like a pin code. Um, Next, we have to create a table for place. Uh, in that, we have to create match ID, team ID 1 and team ID 2nd, uh, and stadium ID. And in which date we have to play a matches date we have to mention and time also. Um, the next table we have to create player played for. Um, in that we have to take player ID and team ID. Uh, After that, we have to insert values for players, which players are playing like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that type, and player's name, and player's age, and player's phone number. Next, we have to insert the value for team, team values, team values, team ID, team name, city, coach, and captain. Next, we have to insert the matches value, uh, how how much matches are played, like result and MOM. Next, we have to insert stadium values, um, stadium ID, stadium name, city, area, and pin code. Next, we have to insert players' values. Matched team ID 1, team ID 2nd, and stadium ID, match date and time. Next, we have to insert player 4 values. In that player ID and team ID, we have to insert values. Next queries.
Yeah. Yeah, carry on, carry on. Rajeshwari?
First query. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, carry on.
First, okay, ma'am. First query, display the youngest player in terms of age, name, team name, age in which he belongs of the tournament. That we have to display the youngest player in this query. In this table, there are two youngest players are there, Rahul and only one, Rahul and Rahul. Team name is Delhi and RCB. Second query, list the details of the stadium where the maximum number of the matches were played. Select list the details of the stadium where the maximum number of matches. I'm not getting this one.
Why you are not getting? Try, you'll get. Yeah, Rajeshwari.
Yes, ma'am.
Next.
Next query. List the details of the player who is not a captain but got the man of the match award at least in 2 matches. In that, player ID is P03 and player name is Virat. He who is Virat is not a captain, but he got a man of the matches. Display the team details who won the maximum matches. Result is next display the team name where all its own matches played in the same stadium. Match and result stadium ID city. M not one and T not one S not one Mumbai. Next, year diagram. We have to update the stadium. Set city equals to Mumbai, where stadium ID equals to S not one. Next, we have year diagram. We have year diagram. In that year diagram, we have to take player and team matches and stadium and play. In that player, we have to take player ID, ages, player name, and phone number. It's connect to captain. Captain of like that. After that, we have to take a play. In that time, date, venue, and winner. It's connected to team. The team name, city, coach, team ID. After the stadium, in that stadium name, stadium ID, pin code, city, area. It's connected to player. It's matches ID. Like that one. Next, we have to take.
Carry on. ರಾಜೇಶ್ವರಿ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ
Yes, ma'am.
ಹೇಳಮ್ಮ ಹೇಳು ಸ್ಕೀಮಾ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಹೇಳು.
In that schema diagram,
ಹ್ಮ್
player, stadium, matches, team ID. In that team ID, team name,
ಹ್ಮ್
team in team ID, captain ID is player ID,
ಹ್ಮ್
captain ID to
ಹ್ಮ್
team ID is connected with matches team ID 1, team ID 2.
ಹ್ಮ್
Correct.
ಹ್ಮ್ ಹೇಳಮ್ಮ, ಹೇಳು ಹೇಳು.
In that players, PID is connected to in that PID, it's connected to player ID to for player phone number PID.
ಹ್ಮ್
Stadium ID. In that stadium ID,
ಹ್ಮ್
stadium ID.
ಹ್ಮ್
That's it, ma'am.
ಹ್ಮ್
Ma'am,
ಓಕೆ ರಾಜೇಶ್ವರಿ.
that's it.
ಹಾ ಆಯ್ತು ಆಯ್ತು, ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತು. ನಿನ್ಗೇನ್ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವ ನಂದು?
Ma'am, voice break ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ.
ನಂದ ನಿಂದ? ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಹಾ ಹಾ ಓಕೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಎನಿಬಡಿ ಇಸ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್? ಎನಿಬಡಿ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್? Anybody interested? Rajeshwari, stop sharing.
Ma'am, can I stop?
Yes, stop sharing. Yeah. Anybody else who is interested to present? Anybody is interested to present? Anybody is interested to present? Yes. Anybody interested to present?
Ma'am, Aishwarya, shall I present, ma'am?
Yes, Aishwarya. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Aishwarya.
Ma'am, I am connecting, ma'am.
Yeah. Which is your program, Aishwarya?
Ma'am, first program I will show and I will explain third program, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, it's visible, ma'am?
Yes, Aishwarya. It is visible, Aishwarya.
Ma'am, first program, ma'am. All I got, ma'am.
You got all? Okay.
Yes,
Yes. Executed all?
Yes, ma'am. Finish, ma'am.
Okay.
Third program I have to explain, ma'am.
Yeah. Yes, Aishwarya.
Here we will consider an organization as ABC having many employees. An employee works for only one department, ma'am. Then each employee identified by using employee ID having with name and address. It is described as house number, city, district and state pin code. Then more than one phone number it can be given, ma'am. And department identified by using department number having department name, department location. Each department having a manager and each department having many employees with that. There are many projects with that. Each project is controlled by the department. Each project is uniquely identified by phone number having project name and project location, ma'am. An employee can work on many projects. Number of hours per week worked on each project by an employee has it needs to be recorded in database, ma'am. Then a project is worked by many employees and each employee is supervised by the supervisor, ma'am. Employee can have many departments and it depending or have it depends having the department name, gender, age, address depends or identified by employee ID, ma'am. Then I will here queries. We create a table as employee, EMP ID varchar as primary key, employee name varchar, address varchar. Here we create a table column as name and as EMP ID, EMP name and address. Then employee phone number table can be created. EMP ID varchar and reference employee with phone number, ma'am. And we will add here table employee as foreign key and references employee. And again we create the table department as department number varchar as primary key and department name varchar and department location and department manager ID with reference employee. Then again project table can be created as phone number and as primary key and no, ma'am, project number with primary key and project name, location, then department with reference department. Then again works on table can be created with employee ID varchar, reference employee, then reference project hours run number. Then department table can be created with EMP ID varchar as reference and reference employee with employee ID and department name varchar with gender varchar, address varchar, and age number can be declared. And we insert employee values with the table EMP ID column name as EMP ID and EMP name, address with super EMP ID department number. Then here 10 rows we will select, ma'am. Then we will insert again employee phone number values. Again department we will insert department values with department number, department name and department location and department manager ID, ma'am. Then again we will insert into project values as phone number and project name number and project name with project location and department number, and we'll select with 11 rows, and we'll insert again as insert into works on values as employee ID and project number and hours. Then we'll insert into dependent values with employee ID and dependent name with gender and address age. And we'll queries and here we will display the details of the employees who are working on both the projects having project number 5 and 10. Here we'll select from employee where employee ID in select employees from employee project works on where employee and employee ID and project number. And second query, we will display here the details of employee having at least 2 departments as employee ID, employee name and address with employee ID number. And third query, here we will display the project name on which more number of employees are working. And here we will select from employee name where employee ID who do not have any dependents. And where from employee where employee not have any department, selected employee ID from dependent. And fifth query, here we will display the employee details whose total number of hours per week working on various projects is maximum. Then all other employees has column as employee ID, employee name with address and super MP ID department number. Then we'll create a view to display the number of employees working in each department. Ma'am, ER diagram, shall I, ma'am?
Yes.
Here we have employee and employee dependent department and project, which having the primary key or main table, and it is the table called strong entity. When department employee called strong entity, because each one having a strong entity, and EAD is there, project department also is there, and here supervisor employee has dependent and works on projects with different project number and project name and project location, and dependent will exist. Then employee has dependent works table. Then employee has with e-name, EID, address. Then dependent has name, gender, age with address. Then dependent having department name, department number and department location, and it manages with the employee. And department can be controlled with the projects. Then
Okay.
and which department is controlling by the project. Then schema diagram.
Mm.
Schema diagram is used drawn with all the tables where is the primary key and varies with the foreign key. Employee ID is the primary key, and we can find out which is the primary key and foreign key in this schema diagram. With employee has employee ID with name, address, and super ID and department number. And project having a project number and project name and project location and department number. And department number can be with department name and department location. Then employee project with employee ID and project number and employee phone number. That's all.
Okay. Anybody else?
Ma'am, I have showed all the programs, ma'am.
Yes. I have marked Aishwarya. Even your presentation is over. You have marked everything. Okay.
Shall I stop, ma'am?
Kavya.
Yeah.
Ma'am.
Yes, you can stop. Kavya, you want to present?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Kavya. You have shown all programs.
Ma'am,
You are
after
present.
Kavya, can I?
Yes, Rashmi.
Yes,
We'll see. Time idre madana illadre nale. See,
Yes,
I am 1 second. Anybody can give any time. Before only if you give, I don't mind. But I want everyone to give.
Yeah, ma'am, I don't know. Now you are all are presenting now, so I am asking this.
That's what for everyone I am saying. But time, I don't know. I have time given, right? 1 hour will be for my time.
Yes, ma'am.
So you can ready. Anybody can be present anytime. I have just given dates so that 5 people ಆದ್ರೆ ಒಂದ್ ದಿನದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಲೆಕ್ಕ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅವ್ರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಫ್ರೀ ಟೈಮ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ನೀವು ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು.
Okay, ma'am, fine.
Okay. 1 second, Kavya. Let me take attendance. Asta, Abhinav, Aishwarya,
Present, ma'am.
Amresh,
Yes, ma'am.
Anu,
Present, ma'am.
Arbaz, Arjun, Ashok,
Present, ma'am.
Benita, Bhargavi,
Yes, ma'am.
Bhavishya,
Present, ma'am.
Chaitra,
Present, ma'am.
Temale, Diksha, LG, Diksha MB, Murli Krishna,
Present, ma'am.
Gangubai, Gudia,
Yes, ma'am. Gangubai.
Gudia, Harshit, Chunjar, Kavya,
Ma'am, Gudia.
Present, ma'am.
Kavya present, Kishore,
Present, ma'am.
yeah, Gudia marked, Lata,
Yes, ma'am.
Manisha, Manjunath,
Yes, ma'am.
Nayana, Nilanjan, Nishant, Pavitra,
Present, ma'am.
Maithili,
Present, ma'am.
Priyanka,
Present, ma'am.
Pavan, Akash,
Pawan present, ma'am.
Rajeshwari,
Present, ma'am.
Rakesh, Ramya,
Present, ma'am.
Rashmi,
Present, ma'am.
Ravi, Rizwan,
Present, ma'am.
Vishal,
Present, ma'am.
Savita,
Yes, ma'am.
Shruti,
Present, ma'am.
Sneha,
Yes, ma'am.
Spurti,
Present, ma'am.
Srinidhi, Srinivas, Sunil, Vaishnavi, Vinny.
Present, ma'am.
Okay, Kavya, you can start.
Vaishnavi. 17, Deepika. Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am Vaishnavi.
Why you people have not answered when I called you? Huh?
TD 22, ma'am.
Vaishnavi.
17, yes, ma'am.
DY 16.
Okay. Yeah, next. Deepika.
DY 16.
Yeah, marked. MB, LG, you have to present today, no? You people have not presented. Why? Others
Ma'am, next class I will present.
then I have to reduce your marks because you have delayed. Okay, Kavya, you can start. Time illa.
Yes, ma'am. Third program, ma'am. Employees. Consider an organizations of ABC having many employee and employee work from one department. Each employee identified by using employee ID, having name, address described as house number, city, district,
Okay, you can go
state.
directly to create table.
Okay, ma'am.
Question beda. No, next step. Create.
Create table. In create table, we are creating the employee like employee ID, varchar, and primary key, employee name, varchar, address, and super employee ID, and department number, varchar. And next, we are creating the employee phone. For employee phone, we are giving employee ID and employee and phone number. And next for a create table for department like department number, primary key, and department name, department location, department manager ID, and reference employee for employee ID. And we are creating a project like project number and project name, project location, and department number. And we are referring the department number. And next we are creating for works on like employee ID and for project number and project number, and we are referring that project by project number and hours. We are creating the dependent like employee ID, and we are referring from the the reference are taken by employee ID by employee and dependent name and gender and address, age, and we are inserting the values which we have created. For that, we are inserting the values like employee ID, employee name, address, super employee ID, and department number. And we are and also we are inserting for employee phone number, employee phone values. We are giving employee ID and phone number. Insert into department, and we are inserting the values for the department also. And project, and we are inserting the project values like project number, project name, project location, and dependent number. And we are inserting the values for works on. And we are also inserting the values for dependent values like employee ID, dependent name, gender, address, and age. And we are creating the queries. We are this is the queries, ma'am, for display the detail of the employee who are working on both the project having project number 5 and 10. Here we are selecting from the employee where employee ID, and we are selecting from the works on also, like select w1 dot employee ID from works on w1, works on w2, where w1 project number equals to p5 project 5, and w2 project number is project 10. And we are and next query is display the details of employee having at least two dependent. Select star from employee where employee ID, employee and employee ID from dependent. Group by employee ID having count,
Mm.
dependent name greater than or equals to 2. Here we are taking from the dependent, and we are third query, we are displaying the project name on which more number of employees are working. Select project number, project name from project where project number in. Select project number from works on, group by project number having count employee ID. Select maximum count employee ID from works on, group by project number, and retrieve the employees who do not have any dependent. Select star from employee where employee ID in. Select employee ID from employee, and we are minusing the minus. Select employee ID from dependent and display the employee details whose total number of hour per week working on various projects in maximum then all other employees. Here we are selecting star from employee where employee ID in. Select employee ID from works on, group by employee ID having some hours. Select maximum sum hours from works on, group by employee ID. And sixth query, we create a view to display the number of employees working in each department. Here we are creating the view on of employee per department as select department number, count employee ID as number of employee from employee group by department number, and we want to select star from number of employee per department. And next ER diagram, ma'am. In this ER diagram, company has several departments. Each department may have several locations. Department are identified by a name, and department number, location. A manager control a particular department. Each department is associated with number of projects. Employees are identified by name, ID, address, and date of birth, date of joining. And an employee works in only one department but can work on several projects. We also keep track of number of hours worked by an employee on a single project. Each project as dependent as name, gender, age, and address. And schema diagram, ma'am. In schema diagram, we have employee, project, dependent, department, employee, project, and employee phone number. In employee, we have employee ID, name, address, super ID, and department number. And we are taking in project, we have for project number, project name, project location, and department and dependent number. And in department, we have department number, department name, department location, and manager ID. In dependent, we have name, gender, age, address, and employee ID. And employee project, we have employee ID, project number, and we have project, and we have employee phone number, employee ID, and phone number. That's it, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, we'll stop here. It's time up. We don't have time for another person. It's already